You open your notes to get unstuck, and somehow you end up more lost. AI happily generates more pages, more bullet lists, more rewrites. Search feels like a slot machine. Half the answers sound confident and are still wrong. And the worst part is it mirrors your confusion back to you, polished. So you start over again with even more clutter than before. That is not a productivity problem. That is a system that is designed to blur reality until everything feels urgent and nothing feels clear. Chaos has a cause. Moving to slide 2. The cause is rarely that you need a better app. It is that your notes have no governing logic. First, you have no single source. The same topic lives in 5 places, so AI and search can only guess which version matters. Second, each note mixes intent. A page starts as meeting capture, turns into a brainstorm, then becomes a plan, then a personal rant. When one document tries to be 5 things, it becomes useful for none. Third, naming is random. If you cannot predict what you would call a note, you cannot reliably find it later, and AI cannot either. Fourth, there is no update rhythm. Some notes get edited for months, others freeze forever, and nothing tells you which is current. Finally, you never delete. Old assumptions stick around like landmines, and AI will happily cite them because they look like information. So the tool keeps generating help, but you are feeding it a junkyard. Fix the rules and the noise drops fast. Pick your North Star. Moving to slide 3. Your North Star is not storing information. It is making decisions. So set your notes up to serve outputs. Ask, what work product should exist because I took this note? A decision, a plan, a draft, a checklist, a brief you can send. Start with 1 list of priorities for the week. Not 10 lists. 1. Every note either supports an item on that list, or it does not deserve attention right now. Then add clear success criteria to anything that matters. 1 sentence is enough. Done means the proposal is sent. Done means the bug is reproduced and logged. Done means I chose option A and documented why. When your notes point to concrete outcomes, AI stops being a fog machine and starts being a lever. And that only works when there is 1 place that defines what is true. Moving to slide 4. 1 source of truth means this. For any topic you expect to revisit, create a single master doc. That doc is where the current understanding lives. Period. Everything else becomes evidence. Link out to meeting transcripts, screenshots, emails, research, tickets. Do not copy-paste summaries into multiple places. Duplicates drift, then they fight. Add version labels to the master doc. Simple is fine. V0.3 draft, V1.0 shipped, last updated 2026-07-18. Now you and your AI can tell what is current. When 2 notes conflict, you do not keep both and hope future you remembers. You resolve it in the master doc with a short line. Old assumption X was replaced by Y because of Z. Now search results stop feeling random because there is an authority. And authority gets even stronger when every note declares its intent up front. Moving to slide 5. Intent tags save you because they prevent category mashups. At the top of every note, choose 1 tag. Decision note. It records what you chose, when, and why, plus the alternatives you rejected. Reference note. Stable facts you want to look up later, with links to the original sources. Draft note. Messy on purpose, aimed at becoming a finished deliverable. Meeting capture. Raw, time-stamped, minimal cleanup. Pull only the decisions and action items into their proper notes. Learning note only. What you tested, what happened, what you believe now, and what you will do next. When intent is explicit, you stop rewriting the same thought in 5 styles. AI also stops hallucinating structure because you already gave it structure. Clarity becomes repeatable. Moving to slide 6. Before you save anything, decide what counts as evidence. If you make a claim, attach a source link or note where it came from. If you paste a quote, keep it verbatim and mark it as a quote. If you are guessing, label it as an assumption. Add a confidence level and write down unknowns instead of hiding them. Your notes stop being vibes and start being reliable. Moving to slide 7. A stable naming system sounds boring, but it is the difference between finding something in 10 seconds and recreating it from scratch. Pick one format and use it everywhere. Put the topic first, always, because your brain searches by meaning, not by calendar. Use dates only for logs, like daily journals, meeting notes, experiment runs, or workouts. Keep titles plain. No clever names, no jokes, no cryptic abbreviations that only made sense at midnight. If a note is about client onboarding email, call it that. If it is about creatine dosing, call it that. If you need extra structure, add a consistent tag at the end, like client onboarding email template, versus client onboarding email results. Aliases matter. If you switch terms, capture it once in a single place. For example, OKR equals objectives and key results, or RAG equals retrieval augmented generation. Then stick to one primary term in titles. This keeps search clean, links stable, and your system future-proof. Order creates calm, and calm makes better decisions. Moving to slide 8. Separate capture from sense-making. When you are reading, watching, or thinking fast, dump everything into one inbox note. Raw links, half sentences, screenshots, stray questions. Do not organize it while your attention is hot. Then schedule a short processing block. Time box it. In that block, convert raw capture into intent notes. That means each kept item becomes a clear unit: what it is, why you saved it, and what you plan to do with it. Only after that do you write a summary, because summaries without intent turn into forgotten essays. Finally, delete the leftovers. If a clip, link, or thought does not survive processing, let it go. A smaller system beats a larger one every time, especially when you start asking better questions. Moving to slide 9. Vague prompts create vague output, so stop asking the model to help or improve this. Tell it a role and a goal. For example, you are a technical editor. Your goal is to reduce ambiguity and tighten logic. Then list the inputs explicitly, like the draft text, the audience, and any must-keep points. Fix the output format. Say, return a table with columns, issue, why it matters, suggested rewrite. Write constraints upfront, like word count, tone, reading level, and what sources are allowed. Then name failure modes you want avoided, like do not invent citations, do not change factual claims, or flag uncertainty instead of guessing. When you do this, you stop rolling dice and start running a repeatable process. Consistency is what makes your results scoreable. Moving to slide 10. To make results scoreable, build a one-page rubric you actually use. Start with accuracy checks, sources attached, quotes preserved, assumptions labeled, confidence stated. Then add a bias and gaps pass. What is missing? What counterexamples exist? What would change your mind? Score actionability. After reading, can you take a next step in under 5 minutes? Or is it just interesting? Push specificity over fluff by requiring concrete outputs, numbers, steps, templates, decision rules, or test plans. Keep the rubric short enough to apply every time. If it takes longer than a minute, you will skip it. With standards in place, your system becomes self-correcting, and it becomes obvious what deserves an update and what deserves a delete. Moving to slide 11. Your notes only stay valuable if they have update and delete rules. Start with a review schedule on every note. If it is tactical, like a workflow or a tool setup, review it fast, like 30 to 60 days. If it is strategic, like principles or long-term plans, review it slower, like quarterly. Put the next review date right in the note. When you open a note, actively look for staleness. Ask, is this still true, still useful, and still how I work? If not, flag it immediately. Then replace, do not append. Appending turns a note into a junk drawer where old advice competes with new advice. Rewrite the core section so the current version is the default. If something is no longer relevant but might matter later, archive it with a reason. One line is enough, like archived because tool changed or decision reversed on this date. If it is obsolete and you cannot imagine a future use, delete it without guilt. Your system should feel sharp, and that means making decisions, not collecting clutter. This is how your knowledge base becomes trustworthy. And trust is what lets you move fast with any assistant you use. Moving to slide 12. To use AI well, lock its roles. First, it is a research assistant only. You decide the question, the scope, and what counts as credible. Tell it to bring options, counterpoints, and unknowns. Second, treat it as an editor, not an author. Give it your messy draft and ask for tighter structure, clearer claims, and simpler language. Keep your voice and your intent. Third, use Socratic questioner mode. Ask it to challenge your assumptions, spot gaps, and propose tests, not conclusions. Fourth, use it as a summarizer with citations. Require links, quotes, and the exact source for any factual claim you might reuse. Finally, it is never the final approver. You approve the facts, the tone, and the decision. With those boundaries, AI becomes leverage, not a liability. Moving to slide 13. Here is a simple weekly ritual. Clear one inbox to zero. Update one master doc, your current priorities and the notes that support them. Ship one output, a report, a post, or a decision memo. Review one rubric, your standards for quality and truth. Then improve one system point, a template, a shortcut, a rule. Do that every week, and your knowledge stays clean and useful. Subscribe for more practical systems like this. Drop a comment with the one rule you will add to your notes this week. Tools evolve. Principles endure.